I live in a beautiful part of the world, but communications are tricky. I've got no mobile signal whatsoever, so I can't get 4G. There's no fibre around here, so my only choice is to go for internet from the sky. There are a number of satellite options available, but there's only one that brings the high-speed, responsive, flexible internet that I need to do video calls, to do gaming if I want to, and to do all the things that people expect from a modern internet connection. Now that system is called Starlink. I've had one now for a year, and this is the story of how it's worked for me. And this, just behind me, is my Starlink dish. If you decide to go for a Starlink, all you do is you go to the website, you sign up, put your details in, sign up to the contract, and fairly shortly a large box arrives. Now, Starlink has been designed to make it simple to install. It's designed for a self-install. You can get someone to do it, but I did this all myself, and I'm going to talk you through how I did it. The first thing that you have to do is to decide where to put the dish. Now, it needs a clear view of the sky, and helpfully Starlink actually provide an app that allow you to check. Watch. You literally point your camera up at the sky, follow the directions, and you scoot all the way around like that, and then it comes back. Got it! Now it says view results, and in a moment it'll tell me whether this is a good place to mount my dish. Now, as I've already got mine up there, you can guess that the answer is probably going to be yes. The dish comes with just a small stand, so I went and got a stronger wall-mounted pole which I put it on, and if you see up there, it's there, quite happy, and I've just run the cable all the way around and into the house. It took me about half a day to install the mounting pole, put the dish on the end of it, and run the cable all the way around the walls and into the house. And I got a cable, and I also got a little box. Now, the modern version has got a square aerial, and the box will look a little bit different from this, but the principle's still the same. You get a cable coming into the house, you plug it into the box, and this little box is now a wireless router. You do a few more setup things on the app on your phone, and it'll work fine. Now, it's just one little wireless network, and that may be all you need, but for many people, they need to spread the network around the whole of their house. To do that, you'll need to get a network adapter from Starlink that allows you to plug a second lead into here, and then that lead can go out to a mesh network or anything else you want. And so for the acid test, how does it work? Well, I've had Starlink for just over a year now, and to be honest, I can't fault it. It provides a really good speed. It's about 200 megabits per second download and between 10 and 20 upload, which is plenty. I've done an experiment where I've had 5 separate videos running on 5 separate devices, and it's worked beautifully. I've had one tiny outage in that entire time, and I really find it has transformed the way I use the internet. Suddenly, in the beautiful countryside of Herefordshire, we have got a modern, well-connected, fast, responsive internet. I don't think it's quite as good as fibre. I still would like fibre, but in my view, it is the best alternative. The downside, of course, is that it is pretty expensive. I spent about £650 on the equipment and everything else I needed for the installation, and I did it myself. If you're going to pay somebody to do it, it's going to cost you more than that. And the monthly cost is £75 a month. That's not huge, but that's not insignificant. It's certainly more expensive than most of the other broadband alternatives. However, it has really made a difference. I think it's a dramatic improvement on what I had before, and I really can't fault it. At the moment, Starlink is the only system that does this. There are others being prepared, perhaps the closest is OneWeb, and there are rumours of others in the near future. I hope you found this useful and it answered some of your questions about this particular satellite system. And if you've got any further questions, why don't you go to the Farsighter website where you can find more information.